Have you ever thought of where your honey comes from? Well, it's the bees. Like how you put honey on your toast and tea. Hello, I'm Maddox Shively and I'm the owner of Ox's Bees. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I use and how many hives I have and just a whole bunch of stuff about bees. Okay, this is called a smoker, and you light these on fire, which we made these out of pine needles and toilet paper rolls, and then you light it, and then you put it in here. Then when you pump this, smoke comes out of this. And then when you smoke the bees, they get calmer and they stay inside their hive. Now I'm going to show you how to light it. And then when you pump it, the smoke comes out. You need two important things when you're working a beehive. You need a bee brush and you need a hive tool. You need a hive tool because they make propolis, and that's basically like bee glue. There's a lot of it on here. So they make that bee glue and they stick it all together so that way nothing can move it. And then this bee brush is really important because when you're looking for eggs in the cell, then you have to brush it off so that way you can look in there. The most important thing beekeeping is protective gear. This is my bee suit. It's basically a bodysuit, so it looks like an astronaut. I look like an astronaut when I put it on. And it keeps the bees from stinging me. This is my bee suit, and you might be thinking, well, they're just gonna sting you in the head. Well, you also need gloves just in case they try and sting you on your hands. I'm gonna open up the hive and show you all the parts of a hive. That's the outer cover, and this is the inner cover. Okay, there's a lot of bees on top because it's the morning still and they're still not out yet. Okay, on this frame, there is brood, which is the brown capping. And then there's honey up here. And brood is like a cocoon for a bee. And then there's honey, and if you look closely, there's actually eggs in there. There's one queen in a hive, and this one, here, let me set it down. Okay. This one there, she's right there. She's on it right there. You see her? She's got a black tip on her thorax. So right here. She's the one who lays all the eggs. She does not sleep, and she lives for 2 years. 2 to 4 years. The queen is very important for a hive. If the queen dies, basically all the other bees will die because there's no one to lay the eggs and more bees will come. Okay, what the bees do in the morning, the sun comes on the hive and it warms up the hive. And that's when they know to wake up and go get pollen. And pollen is little, like, it's almost like a Play-Doh kind of in a flower. And then they put it back in here and they make honey with it. Okay, it's October and the flowers are starting to die because it's getting cold. And so we're going to feed them with sugar water. And this is called an entrance feeder. It's like it's this plastic thing and it just slides right in there. And there's little holes on top of here. The sugar water just drips right into their mouths. Before winter, you put 2 parts sugar and 1 part water. And you just dump a little bit in here. We have to save some for the other hives. Then you just drop it right in here. And then that'll feed them for probably around 3 days because they drink it fast. Okay, and right here, these are all worker bees. These are the bees that take care of the eggs and they go get honey and they flap their wings to get the moisture out of the honey. But all these bees right here are all girls. All the worker bees are girls. There's probably around 20 boys in here, but then there's probably around 20,000 girls in here. There's also guard bees. So we already got these girls mad, so come over here. These couple bees on this frame right here, those are called guard bees. So like say a skunk or something came up, they would sting the skunk and protect their hive. This is the original hive. This is the hive that I started off with. I got it last year and it did okay last year. It got like 20 pounds of honey. But then we got that hive and then we also got that hive. That one's called the honey pot and this one over here is called the hive. My sister paints all of the hives, so that way they know which one's theirs. This time of year they love the sugar water. This is Ox's Bees and thank you for joining us.